just have to wait a second. That's going. Oh, yeah, let me do this since I've got this here. Do that. Bang, bang, bang. This, and this, and this. I did it already. And this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. This. Is that it? That is everything. Close this stuff down. That's done. Thank you very much. Let's see. Okay, we've got a good connection there. That's a plus. Now we got to go to social stream. Oh, I see notification on my phone. Good, but I silenced it. So for once, I actually did it correctly. Activate. There we go. Live chat. Select live source. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Sorry. I'm on the wrong one. There it is. Perfect. And then go to this. I don't know why I create. There it is. Perfect. All right, so now those are both enabled. Let me close, or I have to hit this button, and we'll make sure we hear a sound. Hold on. There we go. Sound was heard. Let's arrange these windows correctly so that I can actually see the chats as they come in, if they come in, assuming. Big assumption. And the Twitch window is there. So now let's do a quick test. Let's start with Twitch. Test 1. Oh, I forgot to make the window visible. Sorry. Hold on, I have to do that again. I completely forgot that I have to make the window visible. Okay, visible. Hey, there it is. All right, perfect. Let's do this one. TEST number 2. There it is, which means I can close this window. And finally, TEST number 3, and we'll verify. Yes, indeed. So these windows can now be closed. That window is closed, so all we should have... No, we're done. That's it. That's it. Okay. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage. And when we come back, we should be where we need to be. Hold on. We'll see. We shall see. Oh, I didn't post it on Blue Sky. I guess I should. Hold on. Let me make sure. Okay, good. There it is. Sorry. Give me a second. There was one place I forgot to post this. Not that I think it actually matters, but still. Where am I? It's going to be a shorter stream this evening because I believe, could be wrong, but it feels like I'm starting to get the cold that my wife had. So, hey, that happens. It's okay. Just the way it goes sometimes. But so this is going to be a shorter stream, probably 40 minutes or so. And this may be boring anyway, because I'm working on, well, you can't really tell yet. There we go. All right, I'm done. Now I can tell you what I'm working on. So, what I'm working on here, and it may not be clear, and if I don't, I think I started, did I start working on this in the last stream? I don't remember. Anyway, what I'm doing, I'll just explain it, because that's easier than me sitting here. Did I not? Did I say it? Did I not? I'll just group this up so we'll make this easy. This, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, I did do that. This is the painting, that black stripe. Hold on a minute. Let me get the actual painting. Oh, it doesn't matter. So oh, I did. That's right. I made it smaller. So this is the painting that I did of the rebooted Hellraiser box designed by Martin Emborg, I believe is the name. I'm getting a drink of water really quick because my throat is way off. Way off meaning it feels like I'm getting sick. Like my throat has that kind of slightly cottony feeling. Not terribly. It may be that I'm actually already sick and it's just mild, which would be great. But anyway, this is the Hellraiser painting I did. It's 24 by 36 painting, a physical painting. I want to take this and make it into a shirt design. So that's what I'm doing. I'm basically digitizing that design. I mean, some of the tricky bit is going to be some of the colors on this thing, because the colors are just really different. So I have to figure that out. But yeah, that's a secondary problem. The colors I can always figure out later. But anyway, let's drop this down. So I'm just replicating the image here. And why did I do it this way? I'm trying to remember why I did certain things. I really can't remember. I mean, I sort of, let's just see here. Yeah. So I think what I was doing here Right, so I have to duplicate. Oh, I didn't finish the line work. That's right. Okay, hold on. So what I need to do is turn all this off, and I need to finish the lines. So let me turn all these off. There's the painting behind. I have to finish the line work for these stripes. I'm going to be redoing this painting more to look like this with these black stripes up here, because in the actual original painting, these triangles came all the way down, and I realized they don't look right. They're too big. The painting came out well. I'm not going to say the painting, I don't like it. I do, but there's things about it I'm going to try to do better. And those triangles are some of them, and these blacks and the stripes being better laid out, because what you can't see, but I will show you, is you see there? See how you can see the stripe going through the background? I'm going to tape it off because now I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to make that not be a problem again. So, not that anybody but me probably cares. Okay, so I can make this smaller, but I care. So I want to improve it. So my goal is to make the quote-unquote more perfect version of this painting that even I like. And I like this one a lot. I shouldn't say it like I don't like this one. I like how this came out. It took a long time to do it, though, let me tell you. But I like it. I do like it. But I know I could make a better version of it, and that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm not going to worry about these stripes being exactly the same sizes. That's not the point. But they do need to go off the canvas because I'm going to basically negative them. I don't know how else to say it. You'll know what I mean when you see it. And I can actually fix some things because, as you can see, this line doesn't actually go. Oh well, no, I kind of tried to do it like that, but obviously I didn't go all the way up here, which I'm going to here on the shirt design. And these can intersect because they're all the same weight, so I don't care. And that's going to make it easier. Plus, the size of this thing, I don't have a ton of layers to play with. So I'm going to relax some of my rules on how I do different layer things, where normally I'm much more anal about how they interact. I'm going to just let that rule slide. Because honestly, this isn't based on... These stripes aren't based on anything other than the fact that I wanted to do them. But they don't actually have anything to do with the core design of the box. So... it really doesn't matter. So I could be a little bit freer about it than I normally would allow myself to be, because normally I'm pretty strict on this stuff. And I won't do, intersecting lines. If you've watched a few of these streams, you already know that. I get really weird about intersecting lines, but I'm going to go ahead and relax that rule. Okay, so now these are all done. So I have my stripes. There you go. You can see them. And now what I'm going to do is invert them. So I need to actually replicate each of these. And let's do one more of this. Move that up. These three are going to go above the black line, or the black section, I should say. So we turn the black on. Oh, I guess I should put them above the red too. Like that. Wait. Oh, everything's off. That's why. So they should be behind everything else. They are. Okay. So now, what I need to do is... oh, actually, no, I don't. I don't have to do that. I can just... so these down here, I can, instead of having to worry about cutting them, I just turn the brightness down to nothing. And it's going to black them out. Oh, no, but it won't because of the top ones. So I do need to erase the top ones, which would be much easier to do in Photoshop. Oh, no, it wouldn't. No. No. What am I thinking? No. All I have to do... hold on, let me think about this. All I have to do is... well, there are triangles. Hold on, I have to work this out. So if I'm going to do triangles, then what I need to essentially do is I probably could utilize... that's not a terrible idea. I could probably utilize this square to make myself the triangles here. They should line up. Yeah, something like that. Let me take a look at the grid, because I know how big they are. Not that this has to be an exact thing, but they're about 8 inches on the actual painting. So, one, no, sorry. 1, 2, wait, 1, God, I can barely see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is about where that is. Of course, now I can't see the grid, so what I need to do is change the color to be something, there we go, that I can actually see. So, where are we here? 1, 2, 3, 4, why is that uneven? That's odd. These should be even if this painting is the right size. These should be evenly spaced, yet they don't appear to be. Hold on, let me count these off. Hold on, let me turn the background. We'll turn the background to black. We'll turn this background. Sorry about the air conditioning in the background. All right, let me count these off really quick. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 30, 31, 32 inches. No, that's right. Okay, they're correct. So, we're good. That's what I wanted to find out. I just needed to know. Therefore, if I turn that back to white, to give myself a little, or whatever color, it doesn't actually matter, and I turn the square back on, how tall is the square? The square, I can't see the square. Oh, good grief, really? Why can't I see this? There we go. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's close enough. That's close enough. I said 8 inches. It's close. It's close enough to that for me not to care. Why did it not? Why is that there, though? What is that? Where is that? Oh, that's this. Come on, go black. There we go. I'm not going to worry about that. I think that's okay. It's not enough that I... Okay, wait. Is it enough that I care? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Is it? Is it? Hold on. Is it enough? Oh, I can do this. Ah, that's the key. Okay, hold on. I'm going to put a layer above this. I'm going to go to red. I'm going to get the dots. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's, okay, that's where I want it to be. So it doesn't really need to go down that much, but it does need to go down a little bit. So, because that's a 12-inch square, and that's why. So hold on, let me zoom way in here. I want to see that line. Got to see that line, which is going to be a little tough, but I can do it. Okay, hold on. You know what? I can use this. Use this right here. Okay, that should be... Oh, it's almost there. Hold on. Almost there. Yeah, I am this particular about things. I really am. It's crazy, right? I mean, what kind of person is like this? I am. Okay. So that should be 8 inches. And it is. So we are good. So I can get rid of this layer now because now I have the 8-inch triangle. Right? Although, why is it not the same? Hold on a minute. Well, it is. Oh yeah. That makes sense. Okay, so now I'm going to duplicate this. Do a flip. Move that right over. Get that into place. Locked in. Make sure it looks right. Yep, that's good. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and merge that down. Duplicate it. We'll do a direct flip. We'll move that up. Lock that into place. And now we have the top, which again should be equidistant. Appears to be. That's a good sign. So now, okay. So what I now need to do is, I have to think about this for a minute. I need to, now we're going to get to my red lines and my black lines. Black line needs to go above this, like that. Why can't I see it? Oh, I know why I can't see it. Because, I guess I could have done this either way, really. Move that up. Boop. There it is. And we'll just drop the brightness on that. And there's the black lines, right? Okay. So, this needs to move down now. Right. So now what I have to be able to do is reveal the red lines underneath. So the red lines need to go over this. So this would move down like so. And then, why am I not seeing the red lines over the black? Hold on. Oh, because of the black lines. Okay. So what I need to do is, hold on, there's a way to do this. I just have to work this out. There's always a way. It's an ordering problem. It's just ordering the layers correctly, but I'll work it out. Hold on. So it would need to go. Okay, so I think it would actually need to be like this, this, and this, right? This needs to go over it. That goes over. That supersedes. That's fine. Actually, that should supersede the triangles too. There we go. So we've got that established. Hold on, I'm thinking. So the red lines are there, and they will be cut off at the black corners. So now, how do I... So then the red layer would need to be over that, and then the black... Wait, hold on. Okay, that's right. That's right. But how do I get the black layers to show up but be under the black layer? Hold on. Well, you know what I can do? I can absolutely just combine all these. These are not going to be separate anymore. So I'm not going to worry about those being separate. Okay, hold on. Put this down. Wait, yeah. So that's the red layer. That's the black layer. Yeah, okay. I think I just have to cut it. Why? I want to say there's a way to do this. Is there a way for me to... Hold on. Let me fill this whole thing in. I really should have done that to begin with. Let's get this full. So let's turn all this off for a moment. Let's fill this. Max that. This should be full. Should have done that from the beginning anyway. This should be full for black. It's just cleaner work to fill it. So let's fill this up. Fill. Thank you. Okay. Right now. Okay, so those are full. So the question becomes, can I select this? Let's see. That would be what? This? How do you select it? No, it wouldn't be that. It would be a selection tool. Automatic. Whoa! Why did it do that? I don't know why it did that. Oh, color fill. Okay. Add. Add. Ellipse. Right. Freehand. No, it's not. It's not. Why can't I just select this thing? There's a selection tool. Hold on a minute. I know there is one. There's absolutely a selection tool here. Fit to canvas by layer reset. I thought there was a selection tool. Is there not a selection tool? I thought there was. Oh, well, that's freehand. Okay. Yeah, that's not freehand. No, you know what? I guess I'm gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way, which is just a... Well, I could mask it. I could mask it. That is doable. I could mask it off in Photoshop. It would only take a second. Yeah, let me do this really quick. Hold on. Let me switch to Photoshop, because it's just going to be so much easier if I can just mask it using Photoshop, to be honest. It really is. It's going to take 2 seconds compared to me doing it this way, where I'd have to attempt to have clean erase lines by hand and at funny angles. That's just the reality of it. It's just going to be a lot easier to bring this into Photoshop. So if all right, so I'm going to airdrop this to my main machine here. All right, it's being received. I'm going to, okay, let's get Photoshop up and running. I believe I have a Photoshop window so you can see what I'm going to do. I mean, this is going to be very simple. It's going to be very, very simple to do this. Okay, it's received. All right, so let's open that up. Where did it go? Downloads. Yeah, it did. I'm going to put it on the desktop. I see what it did. Okay, that's fine. Hold on. Let me get the window open so you can see what I'm doing. So we'll do this. Oh, I have to select the app first. Oh yeah, no, there it is. It's there. Do this and then turn what? This off? Oh, not that. There, okay. Hold on. Why is it not showing the correct window? It's not showing Photoshop. That's odd. Hold on. Let me... Application, yeah. Photoshop. So why isn't it there? Why isn't it visible? I don't see it. It's running. Hold on a minute. That's weird. It's fit to window. Application capture. Well, you know what's weird though? It doesn't even show... Oh. Really? That's why? Oh, okay. That's really strange. All right, whatever. Okay, it doesn't matter. Who cares? All right, you can see it. So all I got to do here is what I want to do is do this. I'm going to select this layer. Right, there's the diamond. And then I'm going to go to the black layer. Or there, no, wait. Black layer. And if I do that, now if I turn the red layer back on and put it underneath, no, put it underneath, there you go. See that? It's just so much easier to mask it. It really is. And I can just go ahead and apply layer mask. And we're done. See how fast that was? So now I'm going to go ahead and save that. Did I save it? Hold on. There it goes. It's saving now. All right. And now we're going to flip back to Let's View. So hold on. I'm going to do it this way. All right. So now I have to send it back to the iPad. So we will say share. It's just so much easier to do it that way. It's just so much easier. Ridiculously easier. Okay, so I can basically delete this because I don't. Thank you. I got it. Delete, delete, and delete, delete, delete because I don't need to have 40 versions of this thing. So I'm just waiting for it to finish sending. Sent. Okay, and then I'm going to come to. Whoa! What did I just? Oh, I just warped that. It's all right. Let me find it now. Make sure it's on the actual iPad. Go back. Here it is, and send that to. Procreate. There we go. Okay, and go back to Procreate. Let it do its import thing. And then I can jump back into here, and you will see it. So give me a second. Let me turn Let's View back on. And importing. So we're just going to wait a minute. All this does... Oh, I can close Photoshop now. I don't need to keep that open in the background, running for no reason. And I've already saved it, so it's done. So just wait for this, and I can go ahead and turn AirDrop back off on my main machine because I don't like to leave that running for no reason. And there we go. Okay, see? There it is. Wow. Oh, you know what? Hold on, I just noticed. Wow, and that really, for some reason, doing all that killed like the bitrate for a minute. I think it didn't like having two apps open. It was probably hammering the processor a bit there. Okay, so now we're in business, right? So here, there it is. We've got our cut off things. Not really cut off, but they're going to be those corners there. You can see those. So now that we've done that, we can, give me a minute. All right, let's focus on this. So I have to replicate this here. So I'm going to do the new layer there. I'm going to look for I can get the paintbrush. Whoa, okay, I knew that was a bad idea. Ooh, let's try that. Still too much. I might have to go to might not be able to do this paintbrush. Might need to do it with the pen. Oh, there it is. Okay. So now we have to do this circle. So we will draw this right on new layer. Yes, yes. I'm just going to draw that right on here and not worry too much about it being even because the system will even this out. It will figure out what I'm trying to do and it will straighten my lines for me. It's truly one of the most useful features of this because trying to draw straight, if you don't draw, if you've never done traditional drawing, it's very hard to properly articulate how difficult it is, at least for me. Maybe it isn't for other people. It is for me. It's very hard to, I can draw, hold on, I gotta turn this off and look at this by itself. I can draw, hold on, okay, that's lined up there. Hold on, I gotta get this lined up. This is tricky. This bit is tricky. So it'll be like that. I just have to, hold on, is that right? Let me look at this. Yeah, that's right there. And then just bring it in, hold on. Hold on, there we go. Okay. Where was I going with that? Oh, so one of the things that I've come to realize, wait, why are my triangles missing? Hold on a second. Where are my triangles? Why are they missing? Oh, that's why. Jeez, I was going to say, where are they? Okay, so this actually needs to go, this needs to go up. Hold on. This should have been further up. Like, wait, why is that? Hold on. Whoa. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Yeah, okay, turn that off, and that's correct, because that needs to be on top of, yeah, okay, hold on. Why does that look oh, the circle's off. That's okay, I just have to, hold on. I have to remember how I did this. Yeah. So those should be on top of this. But then this needs to be on top of all of it. Except this has to be... Yes, no, that's right. I just have to erase the parts of the circle. Okay. I'm just confusing myself because I'm doing this digitally compared to how I did it the first time in Paint. Okay. Anyway, sorry. What I was trying to say, and obviously got completely stuck on myself, is there's a difference. There's sort of a, if you've never worked in traditional media, particularly like pen and ink. With pen and ink, paper has what they call tooth. And that's what your pen and ink or pencil is actually filling. So that's where the ink is going to some degree. It gives it a place to adhere to. So even a very smooth, I mean, there are very smooth papers, but papers that appear to be smooth, they actually, if you looked at them very closely, they have these texture to it. They have a texture to it. And that texture is what they call the tooth of the paper. And that's what your ink or whatever media is filling into. That's why certain paper is more suited for certain types of illustration. So if you have something that's too smooth, it is tougher. It's not impossible, but it would be tougher to use a more liquidy medium on it. So it might be, you might be able to do pencil on something that you couldn't do ink on, because the tooth of the paper is, it's too smooth. So the paper weight is a function of that, but that's more of, because people will say, well, is that what the weight is? And it's not the weight. The weight is more of the literal thickness of the paper. So you can work a heavier paper more than a lighter paper. So if you're going to be doing a lot of pencil and ink, and you're going to be doing a lot of, well, particularly if you're going to do pencil and try to erase it, a lightweight paper is going to shred a lot faster. But the tooth of it is where they will tell you, okay, here's, you know, the smoother is generally for very specific things, and then the rougher is for stuff that has more of a, I don't know, oily consistency. It's not even the right term, but that's really what all that stuff means. So there's a difference when I'm drawing a circle on paper. You almost can, or at least in my case, I almost kind of use that grip as a way to form the circle. It's very, very strange to explain it because it doesn't really make any sense. I can only tell you that there's a feel thing that's different. There's a feeling to it, and that does make it easier, in my case, to draw circles. well. Whereas on this smooth glass, it's definitely different. It's not impossible, but I definitely use the machine assist for that because it's just, I would never get anywhere near to, and not that I'm not claiming I can draw perfect circles on paper either, because, you know, somebody will say, well, you saying you could draw No, I'm not saying that either. But I definitely can draw better circles on paper than I can on digital. I can tell you that. Real easy. Let's see. I think that's correct. Where's my center lines? Did I create a center line here? I should put this over everything. There it is. Yeah, that's what I should have been using. No, not that. Not for that. For this. Oh yeah, there it is. It's centered. Okay, and then I've got the other center line. These should really be above everything so I can always see them. There we are. Let's check the same thing. Ooh. Oh, that line is off. Hold on. This line is not where it should be. I was just thinking, I'm like, you know, I don't know if I ever recorrected those lines. Now it's where it should be. So if I do this, how are we? Close, but not quite there. So we're gonna do that. And it looks like this needs to expand a slight bit. And then if I come over here, I probably have to expand it a slight bit on this side. Really? No? Well, now it should be pretty even. I mean, even on top and bottom. That's right, I forgot. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's not going to matter. This is all correctable in Photoshop anyway. Okay, so now, you see these little bits of yellow here. We're just going to get rid of those very, very quickly. There we go. And we'll do one here. Of course, I don't like the fact that, I mean, it doesn't matter. This is, again, all... Are you really going to see this on a shirt when the shirt is, you know, the graphics this size? Are you going to notice that the difference is? No. I have to just let some of this stuff go, you know, because it doesn't actually matter. You know what I should do, though? What I should do is instead of erasing these things, there we go. What I should do is come into here, or even here, color this in black. That's a better way to do it, is add as opposed to subtract. And that way I'm preserving the ellipse underneath in case I need to move it or recorrect something with that. It's a lot better to do it this way. This is additive, not subtractive. Which normally I don't care about, but because there's so much geometry involved in this, it is not impossible. I might have to retool something. So, okay, there we go. So then what I need is I need my center circle. It's so weird. These colors are so different. But, I mean, I don't know if that's a better color. You know, is that a better color? I don't think it is. But I can, again, all that can be corrected later. This is not permanent. None of this stuff is permanent right now. So I gotta not focus on the color, I gotta focus on the shapes. So what we want is this color. Oh, actually, I could literally just, you know what, I can do that. I can take this ellipse and I can resize this thing to make it the size that it should be. So something like that. About there or so. Let's make it, ooh, 775 is a nice number. Make it 775. I like that. I like round numbers. I really do. Okay. So now I just have to center this, which it might actually, no, it's not. So we're going to center to this and this. And then we should be good there. There's my center circle. And there's actually two black circles. They're just hard to see, but they are in fact there. So I then need to make another ellipse like this, but this one needs to be blacked out. Okay. Let me drop the opacity on this just a bit so I can see this thing. There it is. And this is going to get very small. Okay, hold on. Ooh, one nice number. Oh, 1368 is fine. That looks about right. So we'll turn this off. And this actually needs to go, this is going to be tricky. I gotta figure out how I'm going to do this part, because you can see here, see how there's differences in that? It's like there's different weights to those different triangles. So that's going to take a little doing. I don't quite know how I'm going to do that. I'm going to figure that out. Well, you know what? Let's. Okay, so I also have to create now a. Here again, Photoshop's going to be better. Hold on. It's just the reality. Some of this stuff is just so much easier in Photoshop. There's no way around it. So we're going to jump back to Photoshop for a minute. So I'm going to do a quick export of this because, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the mic. The square, Photoshop is simply better for squares. It just is. There's no way around it. It's better. So I'm going to jump this into Photoshop real quick and then do the square. And then, yeah, I mean, it's just what it is. I can't change that. That's the reality of the situation. It's just better. So let's open Photoshop back up. Okay, sending, hold on. Sending. All right, okay. Okay, now we're going to jump back to Photoshop really quick. So we'll say bang, and whoop, there we go. So we can, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me move this to here and replace. And if I open this, hopefully, there it is. Okay, so now I have to create this square. Wait, are you seeing this, right? You are seeing this? Yes, you're seeing this. Okay, so what I need to do is create a square. So essentially a hollow rectangle, so no fill, and a black outline. And we'll create, no. We will create a rectangle here. Like that. I just have to adjust the weight now, because it definitely has to be thicker than 1 pixel. So let's just say 50 to start. See where we are. Oh, that didn't take for absolutely no reason. There we go. That might be a little, I think it's supposed to be the same weight as the circle, yes? It should be. I mean, it should be. So that's definitely too much. We need to take that down. So let's just start chipping away at that. Let's go to 30 maybe. See what we get. Oh, 30 might be. Hold on. Let me switch to another here. Ooh, that's pretty good. 30 might be it. Yeah, 30 is pretty close. I think 30 is good. I mean, if it's slightly off, I don't care. It's okay. Yep, that's the square. And then, let's grab, actually, no, we're fine like this. Let's rasterize that layer so that it becomes bitmap so I can actually edit it. Okay. And close that, thanks. All right, now I need to send it back. So save. All right, hold on. We're going to transfer back. So turn that off. Let's close Photoshop so we don't kill the machine. And then we're going to send this file. Oh, it's this one. So I need to do a quick share. And we'll do another airdrop. And we will send it back. Give that a minute. It's going to send it. Sending. Whoops. Sending. Well, I'm going to delete all the other ones I've got here because I don't need 80 versions of this thing. Select. Bang. Delete. Oh. Okay. There we go. Share. Procreate. Sending. Open. Yeah, okay, so now I can close this, turn airdrop back off, and of course I completely forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, no, go back to ArtStream, there we go. Whoa, I have no idea why that did that. It doesn't matter, Photoshop off. All right, importing, here we go. And this is gonna be probably the last thing that we do here is just to import this, clean up the edges of the square. And then I'm probably going to stop the stream because, yeah, my voice is going a bit on me. Wait a minute, where's the square? Where's the square? Did I? Oh, wait. Yes, I opened the wrong one. Because it creates a new one every time. So, all right, there we are. So let's just clean up this square, which is right here. So we're going to just delete the parts that we don't need, which are these here. Oh, which is that. I mean, I can turn this off so I can see what I'm doing exactly, but it really doesn't matter. Right, that, and this. And just clean that up a bit, turn that back on. And as you can see, we now have the square of this that we need. Okay, and I'm going to move that rectangle down because this can really come down. Come on, buddy. Okay, buddy, come on. Move. No, just move. There we go. Put it behind the circle. That way when I turn this off, you see that. And now we just need to do some actual simple vertical lines. That's pretty simple. So, and the nice part is I already have the 2D grid on, right? Turn it on. That is the grid. So I'm going to make a new layer. I'm going to make it an assistive layer. I just have to make sure my pen size is right, which I know it isn't. Okay. Sometimes, just sometimes. There we go. Oh, it is. No, it's the right size. Okay. Good. All right. So turn this off, and we just need to make... Is that my... Okay. I'm just going to make a long straight line all the way across. Now, that's not what it's going to remain, but that's what I'm going to use for now. And since it's the right line weight, what I need to do is line it up. There, perfect. Now it's dead center. So now I have a center line, right? So as you can see, there's a center line on the horizontal and vertical axes. So we're gonna, there's, I've hit my max. Okay, hold on. Let's merge those down, turn them off. Let's do this. And let's do a rotate. And now, of course, we have to center. Hold on, though. We need to center on the actual image, not that. There it is. There's my verticals. Now, hold on. Can I link? Can I? Yeah, I've got so few layers. I have so few layers here. So how do I fix this? Give me a second. I'm just thinking. I don't know why that grouped those. These should not be in a group together. Absolutely not. Absolutely not in a group together. Kill that group. Thanks. That's that line. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and merge this down because honestly, those are the same thing. There we go. Now, we're going to duplicate that, and then we turn this on. And the nice part is, yeah, I didn't think so. That's not quite right. It's gonna be, oh, I don't know, like, is that 70 degrees? No, it feels like it's not quite 70 now. Hold on, let me zoom in here. Feels like trying to get this to be the same, which is not going to be easy because these aren't really... Oh, I guess it is 70. 7, 0. Okay. Oh. Well, that's useful. Well, that's okay. So 70. All right. So that's that line. Where am I? You know what? I think I'm... Wait, where's the... Oh, whew. I was like, come on. I thought I deleted something I shouldn't have. God, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get... I gotta recover some layers. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna stop here for now because, like I said, now my throat is bothering me a little bit. It doesn't really hurt, but it's starting to get, like, dried out. So, whatever. This is a good spot. I mean, you're seeing how I'm doing this. This is how I do it. So let's do that. I mean, you're getting a view on how I'm building this thing together. It's not science. It's not mystical. That's all it is. So, but I do have to figure out how I'm going to recover some layers. So anyway, that will eventually be a shirt design. I'm going to make that into a shirt design. That's my intent. So that's where that's going to end up. And I'm really, really looking forward to it because I do like that image quite a bit. So I think what I may end up having to do instead of trying to recover all those layers, honestly, the smarter move is probably to re-invoke Photoshop again and use that because that doesn't care about, that does not have the layer limitation. It just doesn't. So I probably will just end up using Photoshop for that again, which I think is probably the smarter move anyway. So that's going to be my plan. But anyway, thank you for hanging out. I know nobody's here, but that's okay. I really don't care. It's okay. But I appreciate, well, somebody will watch this later. When you watch this later, that still matters to me. It's not like it doesn't matter. So thank you for watching this. Whenever you watch it, I appreciate it whenever it is. I'm not a big person where I need live numbers or any stuff like that. You're seeing this 6 months later and you're getting something out of it. Great. That's all I care about. That's the point. So I will say, as I try to say at the end of every stream, that if you can, if there are creators that you enjoy, and I'm not talking about myself in this case because I'm doing fine at the moment. That could change, and if it does, well, then my message will change. But as of right now, as I do this live stream, I am doing okay. But there are a lot of creators out there who aren't. They are struggling to pay bills, to pay rent, to just survive. And some of these people are probably creators that you like. Or maybe they're not even creators that are at risk of not having a roof over their head, but they may not be making enough money from creativity to be able to keep creating. So if you want those people to keep creating, help them out. And it doesn't have to be money. I say this too. It does not have to be monetary. If you can do that, great. But there's multiple levels in terms of supporting creators. We default oftentimes to monetary. We think that's how it has to be. But the reality is that's not how it has to be. If you can do that, great, by all means. But if you can't, you shouldn't put your livelihood at risk for somebody else, unless it's like somebody in your immediate family. And even then I'd say, okay, well, you better make sure you know what you're doing. But you shouldn't put yourself in financial difficulty for somebody else. And that's why I'm saying it doesn't have to be money. It could be that you post about their work on a social platform that you're on, or you reshare their work if you follow them on a social platform that you're on, or you, well, subscribe to their channel if they're making videos, whatever. So there's the resharing, so there's publicizing, and then there's adding to their audience base if you can. So following them on whatever social platform they're on is one way to do it, but also resharing. And finally, if you can't do any of those things, because not everybody's on social media, and I understand that. So if you're not on social media and you can't donate money, you could probably just send them a note. You could literally just message that person and say, hey, I'm not in a position to be able to do anything more right now, but I just wanted to let you know that I enjoy your work and I appreciate what you do. And the thing about that is, it may seem like the least you could do, but the reality is, there are creators, and almost every creator goes through this at some point, if not multiple points, who struggle with whether they want to keep doing what they're doing. There's moments where people look in the mirror and say, I don't know whether it's worth me creating. Nobody cares. This is not doing anything for anybody. I'm basically yelling into the void. And your message of support could arrive right when that person is struggling with that. And if it does, it could get them to keep doing what they're doing and the thing that you enjoy. So do that thing. If nothing else, send that message. It may not seem like much, but you have no idea what the impact is on the other end where it ends up. So it is absolutely worth doing. So take that time and do that thing. If nothing else, just send, it doesn't have to be a novel, a couple lines, 2 sentences, even 1 sentence. Hey, I really like your work, keep it up. Bang. I mean, that's technically 2 sentences unless it's a run-on, but it doesn't have to be a novel. Just something that's meaningful and from the heart, and send it. And you just never know what that impact could be. So take the time to do it. It's absolutely worth it, not only to them, but it provides you with the knowledge that, hey, you're trying to support that person. And that's valuable too. On that note, I'm getting out of here before my voice actually starts to fail. Thanks for watching this, whenever, wherever, however you're watching it. And yeah, I hope all is well with you. Support a creator that you like. And until next time, thanks for being here, and take care.